Surprise! The video title isn't entirely clickbait. I am going to teach you how to get real life superpowers, but it's going to look a little different than you might think, so stick around for the video. So, real life superpowers. It's just being disciplined, having discipline in your life. So let's get into what discipline actually is. It is putting in effort into things despite your circumstances. So whether or not you had a good day, a terrible day, you've got a lot of energy, or you're tired, putting in that effort into something despite however you're feeling about it is discipline. And that is the real life superpower that I'm going to be talking about. So why do I say this is a real life superpower? Well, discipline is just controlling our own thoughts, actions, and behaviors. That's all it really is. What that allows you to do is to really do anything you want. Like I've talked about, the body, the mind, and the spirit, taking care of those things, but none of that really matters if you're not going to be disciplined in it. So that's why I wanted to do the video on discipline, why I think it's such an important thing. It really is a superpower, because if you can do anything consistently, you'll reach your goals. Whether it's playing an instrument, whether it's learning to skateboard, whether it's learning a language, if you are disciplined about it, you can do it. It will take time, but as long as you're disciplined, you'll be able to do it. So that's why discipline is a real life superpower. I want to emphasize that discipline is not punishment. When I'm talking about discipline, I don't mean when a parent, quote unquote, disciplines their child. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you yourself holding yourself accountable to the things that you say you're going to do, that you want to do, having the discipline for yourself to go and get after it day in and day out. So that's what discipline is. Let's talk about some examples. Okay, so where should we actually be disciplined in our lives? Well, the reason I think it's so important, and the reason it really is a superpower, is that every aspect of our lives is some degree of discipline. So what time you wake up is obviously, you have to be disciplined to get up to your alarm. What foods you eat is discipline. Whether you eat at all is actually you being disciplined. A lot of it is just human nature, and we don't think about it being disciplined, but if you don't eat, then you die. And if you aren't disciplined enough to get food to you, either from the grocery store or delivery or whatever, you don't have food. So you have to have some degree of discipline in every aspect of our lives. Bad habits, like if you're an alcoholic, you have the discipline to go get more alcohol, but that's, it's a kind of a bad way to use discipline, but you're still being disciplined in that behavior. So how we can make discipline our superpower is by focusing in on aspects that we want to be disciplined in, and then modifying our behavior to set ourselves up for that. So some examples I've got: food, we talked about waking up; technology in general, how often you're on your phone, what you're doing on your phone, that kind of thing is all discipline. Things like phone notifications, like how often does your phone vibrate on the table, the couch, whatever, and you just check it instantly. That's being undisciplined because you're doing an instinctive behavior. It's instinct to now check your phone, which is not being in control of your thoughts, your actions, and whatever. So that is an example of being undisciplined, is you cannot stop yourself from your phone buzzes and you pick it up to check the notification. That's an example of being undisciplined. The reason I think discipline really is a superpower is the more disciplined we are, the more rewards we can have. Discipline is not just doing hard things. Discipline is a balance between doing hard things and doing easy things, and working hard and rewarding yourself. That's also discipline. Going to the gym at 4 a.m. every day may not be the best form of discipline for you if your body can't physically handle that. Like, so, you have to be disciplined in your recovery as much as you're disciplined in your work. So that's why I say discipline is an important aspect of every part of our life. Brushing your teeth is discipline. Like, I could go on and on. Like, getting to work on time is discipline. Making sure your phone is charged is discipline. Feeding the cat or the dog is discipline. Taking a shower is being disciplined. Taking care of your car is discipline. Paying your bills is discipline. Tons of examples of discipline. Every part of your life is discipline to some degree. I guarantee it. If you don't think it is, if you really have something that you're like, there's no way this is any aspect of discipline, comment down below and I'll tell you exactly why it is. Or maybe I'm wrong, who knows. But those are examples of discipline. Discipline is everywhere. It is the superpower of our lives. If you can be disciplined, it just means you can control your own actions, which is super important. So now we've talked about what discipline is and where we should be disciplined, which is really everywhere. So now let's talk about how we actually do that and what that actually looks like. The actual actions of establishing discipline are going to be different for whatever you're trying to be disciplined in. However, I think that I've broken it down into 3 steps that you can start with to get yourself rolling in establishing discipline, no matter what it is. And step 1 is identifying, where do I need to be disciplined? What part of my life am I trying to gain control of? Where do I not have control? Is it the phone I'm always checking? Is it junk food? Is it whatever? So actually identifying, here is a thing or an instance or an example or a time and place where I'm not in control of my own actions. Step 1, identifying. Step 2 is now preparing yourself for step 3. So, for example, if you want to be disciplined in your nutrition and you want to eat healthier, you have to actually get healthy foods in your refrigerator. It's not something that just falls out of the sky. Like, you have to put in the preparation to set your future self up for success. So that's another part of being disciplined, is preparing your future self. So step 2, the preparation, is super, super important. If you want to wake up to an alarm, you got to set an alarm. That's your preparation. So whatever your thing is that you have identified that you want to be disciplined in, you have to set yourself up to actually follow through with it, which is step 3. Step 3 is just follow through. You just have to do it. No matter how much thought and preparation and whatever, if your alarm goes off and you hit snooze, you didn't do it. So no matter what it is, at the end of the day, you just have to do it. That's why I say putting in effort into things despite your circumstances. Discipline is doing the hard things despite the circumstances. Doing the work, putting in the effort despite the circumstances. Because the identification and the preparation doesn't matter unless you actually do it. They help. It helps if you identify what you want to be disciplined in and you prepare for it. But at the end of the day, it just comes down to doing it. You just have to do it. So that is discipline, how it's our superpower. Thank you for tuning into the video. I like making these thumbnails, dude. They're really fun. But yeah, I don't know what the video is going to be next week. Quick little tidbit of info is this upcoming Saturday, November 4th, 2023, Church Burglars is headlining at the Rainbow Room in Hollywood. So I haven't done much promotional stuff on here lately because I've been getting into the philosophical stuff, but we're playing a show November 4th at the Rainbow Room. If you've seen this video, come on by. If you saw this video too late, follow us on Instagram and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more updates. But thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.